Hey, I'm Kev Hillman. Welcome back to Monster Energy Supercross as Kev Hillman had a very disappointing result on his second visit to Anaheim, California last time out. Can he bounce back around the University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale, Arizona? As here goes high side for the first of his 3 laps in qualifying round a place which is once again more use to American football than Supercross, with the likes of, I believe, the Cardinals play around here, Arizona Cardinals. Pretty good team in the NFC West, or occasionally good team. And the University of Phoenix as well plays around it, the NCAA. As this already looks like a fast track, liking this look for high side. As he goes into the hairpin. Look at this long whoop section as well. Really carried the speed through the corners. Look how wide open this is, heading into this tight right hand. Oh, you get your back end out. Then into the left, going very wide. You go uphill, down over these jumps at the end of the lap, which is again at similar length, similar time-wise to Anaheim last time out. Look at 107.2 on his first lap round it for high side. Already liking this much better than his Yamaha. Maybe just not liking the wet on the Yamaha. That's what really struggled with, you know, getting that rear end out, trying to battle with guys who are just a bit more stable. He heads into this massive triple. Look at that, nailing the triples on this lap. They're nailing it into the hair, but very wide, clipping the blocks. I'll survive to see another day. And into the left, that gaining massively on the rider in front to get up to 5th gear. This is the trickiest corner though, into this right. Going to be very upright, or very sideways, and then you got big rut in the middle of this long left-hander. As long as you carry the momentum into these jumps, you'll be very happy. Makes that a triple. And then a 105.7. How about that for his second lap from high side? Does he even need a third lap? I don't think so. Maybe he did, as he's a second off Justin Hill at the top on his Kawasaki with the KTM McGrath back in second, and Plesanger in third. Then the leader on the Husqvarna Davalos in 4th, and Hillman ran out top 5 on his Yamaha. Then we've got Jeremy Martin in 6th off a very good race on his Honda. Then Austin Fortner, Mitchell Oldenburg, Jimmy Ducoptis, and Dan Roden out at the top 10. There's Yamaha Nicoletti, top Suzuki in 12th. And then right at the back, there's Michael Potter in 33rd. It's Tyler Cluster on his KTM. So what can Hillman do in the heat race in round 4? I thought it was round 4 last time out, obviously. I was wrong, it is this time in Arizona. The side revs it up for the heat race alongside Fortner and Plesanger as they get underway for this 4-minute long heat race. Cost of that. And let's see what happens into the first corner. Iside just backing off because look at the chaos in front, and oh, someone's down. Oh, and he's been reset by the stewards. Controversial. Look at this mess over the first set of jumps on this opening lap. You can carry no momentum if you're in the midfield, as he's alongside Jesse Nelson in 13th for high side, but we know he's got pace around this place, so he should make it through into the transfer spots. But he's going to case this first jump, and he can't go to the inside because Jesse Nelson has that, but around the outside makes that a triple, and is flying towards the hairpin. Round the outside of a couple of riders, including Justin Hill and Austin Fortner, and he is into the transfer spot ahead of Joey Howard in 9th. Round the outside of Larry DiMaggio, and now alongside Chris Howell into the right hander, but there's chaos and a couple of riders are down, and Iside up into the top 5, runs wide though through the left and been pushed wide as well by Thomas Wolfis out of that Chris Howell. As he goes over the last set of jumps at the end of this lap, up into 5th, and down the inside into the left-hand hairpin. Let's see, make this a double-double, another double, then a single into the hairpin, in fourth behind Jordan Parker. We've got Connor Patterson in second for Peterson. But instead of James Harris in fifth. It's all almost cased that jump. Too much movement in the air from high side. Okay, superb run up to second behind Cole Chisholm. Don't often see him right at the front, but he's in this race. I know normally he's a good qualifier, normally makes it through to the main event. It's got Aaron Plessinger in fifth. Let's see if they can both survive. This right hand almost into the back of Chisholm. Is high side, but now using a comfortable second can just not be as aggressive maybe. At the end of this lap, as he goes down the inside of Chisholm for the lead, 105.9. That's where you say bye-bye to Chisholm, not quite. Going to make that into a double-double, he can, then another double, then another double. Oh, almost makes that into a triple right at the end. Just like Chisholm did as he flirts with the blocks. Over the jumps and gets ahead of Chisholm into the right hand and has the line. He's got Jordan Parker on third, Aaron Plessinger up to fourth, Justin Hill up to fifth. Class starting to show through behind. On this penultimate lap of the race. I believe it's the penultimate lap. It is bye-bye Hillman in the lead. Back where he belongs as well after the disaster in California. It always seems to be a disaster film or two down there every summer, unfortunately. For Hillman, it was his turn to be the disaster, star in it. As he's 4.1 ahead of Chisholm. Oh, he loves his Arizona circuit. Goes into the final couple of jumps. That's only a 106, but he was battling hard, and now he's 5 seconds ahead of Chisholm. This is the kind of circuit he needed to bounce back at. A fast circuit, a jumpy circuit as well. Yeah, he really is at home, especially on this Yamaha. Needs to be very good on it. And make this into a triple, not quite. Too high gear in there in the middle. Got to investigate that for the main event. As he's on the penultimate lap, we can see 2 to go. Cole Chisholm down to third now, behind Jordan Parker, having a very good run. Then Austin Faulkner up to fourth on his Kawasaki. Hello, Austin. There's Justin Hill. He's got Aaron Plessinger in fifth. And look at a 6.1 second. Look how close it is behind. A second covering the rest of the top 5. Behind Eyeside, who's just motored away in this Yamaha. And you've got to be careful in that long left-hander. There's so much sand, so much dirt. Very easy to lose the rear end and lose that momentum. And looking behind, it's like Chris Howell's battling for that transfer spot. He's got Justin Hill battling for the top 5. As Aaron Plessinger up to third. Cole Chisholm down to fourth, and oh! High side down in his final lap. In the hairpin as he waves to his fellow competitors as he gets going again. It shouldn't cost him too much. So he goes a bit wide in the right-hander. He whips it good in the air. Does a scrub as well. The crowd go wild. Don't often see him do that too many times because it's very easy to mess up. That's Austin Faulkner up to second ahead of Aaron Plessinger now. Justin Hill in fourth. Where is Parker gone? And where has Chisholm gone? He got a nice rut in the middle of that hairpin. That's good to bank as well for the main event where the ruts will of course be bigger. We'll help him a bit more on that hairpin. Should help him in this left-hander as well. You've got a couple ruts there. This is 2.6 ahead of Austin Faulkner as he approaches the line and wins the heat race. Fantastic result for Highside. And fantastic pace shown as well. He wins by 3.7 seconds ahead of Kawasaki Plessinger in third. Then Hill in fourth. Chisholm in fifth holds on to that place ahead of Jordan Parker, who really fell off on those last couple of laps. Then James Harris in seventh, making it through on his Honda of the KTM of Jesse Nelson and Chris Howell. Told you to watch out for him. The transfer spot makes it through, and it's Varner just ahead of Joey Howard and Jimmy DeCotis on his Honda having to make it through. In the last chance qualifies he can, and hey, Michael Potter in last, not laughing at all. As let's see what Hillman can do in the main event. Can he get a victory?
Welcome to the University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The energy here inside the stadium is growing. The race fans are anticipating an epic round of Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship competition. The riders are in the gate. It's time to go racing in the Valley of the Sun. The crowd is into it tonight. That will definitely get these riders pumped up as they wait for the gate drop. Get ready. The gate is about to drop. Here we go.
As here's high side right on the inside as the top car for alongside the KTM. And it's bye-bye at the start. As we get underway for this 10-minute main event, and look at the aggression in front. Will high side be able to make it through down the inside? Oh, he's into a block. And he's blocked off a couple of riders behind. But over the first couple of jumps, I think he's held onto a top 10 position. He has in 8th ahead of Plessinger and Block Shoemakers. Now he's trying to make a move on Jordan Parker on his opening that into the right-hander. As he's alongside the Honda, he's going to case this jump though. And look at that from Aaron Plessinger over the top of both of them. He's got Justin Hill in front, and look at this Parker pushing Hillman. Oh, not again in a race. Is he going to run into someone who's just going to push him all over the place? But let's hope he can clear Jordan Parker quickly, and it looks like he has. As he's loving that hairpin onto this straight. As he got Cole Chisholm in 6th. Everyone seems to have survived the hairpin apart from Jeremy Martin. He went down in his Honda. You see high side down the inside, through the left. Oh, and ahead of Aaron Plessinger as well. And now battling Cole Chisholm for a top 5 at the end of this opening lap. And around the outside as Shane McCraft leads on his KTM. Chase and Mitchell Oldenburg in 3rd. We've got Austin Fortner in 4th in front of Hillman. So fantastic opening that for high side, considering the chaos that unfolded. And he's right in the tail of Fortner and McElrath as he goes down the inside of Fortner in the fast right-hander, but gets muscled out by the Kawasaki heading into the hairpin. Fortner's down, his aggression pays as he goes into the back of Mitchell Oldenburg, that actually is in 3rd. Now he goes for high side round the outside of the KTM. Great move. As the other KTM is leading over 6 seconds. And Chase is down into the right-hander. Such a tricky braking zone. There's already caught out a couple of Hondas as here comes Oldenburg pushing. High side wide and along left-hander as they battle at the end of the second lap over the jumps. And it's like high side has taken second and broken up the KTM 1-2. Now can the Yamaha man catch the leader? Let's go over the jumps into the hairpin. Looks like Oldenburg's had a better run. This high side goes wide, rejoins though. That's killed his momentum over these jumps though. Is anybody else going to be coming to play for 3rd? Doesn't look like it as he gets a fantastic run into the triple. Then into another triple. Playing with the blocks on the outside, lucky none at the end of that jump. As now he's battling with the KTMs, trying to break up their monotony along with Aaron Plessinger as well. And 2nd on his Yamaha, and great move around the outside, plays with the blocks. As Bekarov just 3.9 in front, he messed up the right-hander in front as Oldenburg gets into the back of Hillman, into the right. Then into the left, Oldenburg down the inside. As you've got a classic battle here between Yamaha and KTM, between Hillman and Oldenburg. And Makarov is not putting away in the lead. As Hillman trying to go around the outside. Oldenburg not having it. Denies his triple as well over these jumps, having to make it a double everywhere. Look at high side going around the outside of Oldenburg. No, for a second. Does he make it stick? He cases that jump into a trip, doesn't make it a triple. Now is he free to chase after Shane? His teammate did a good job of trying to hold up high side. But now, as we approach the halfway mark of this race, could we have a battle for the lead between high side and Makarov? The reigning East champion chasing down. Is he the reigning West champion? Look at this, less than a second separate them. Oh, and he's down in front. And Highside takes the lead. That's once again Makarov messes up that long, that tight right-hander as you go through the long left-hander. Has got Mitch Oldenburg on third, Aaron Plessinger fourth, Austin Ford around at the top five, and his Kawasaki still over his teammate Justin Hill. Great job from Austin. As it looks like Makarov is coming back with a vengeance, and so is Oldenburg. He's got the Raptor KTMs to battle with, does the Yamaha of Hillman, as he can't make that shot, has the case to jump, and now Oldenburg wants a bit of a piece of Highside, but he's not giving it up. He goes down the inside of Makarov into the hairpin, and then rejoins in front through the whoop section into his favourite hairpin. He can maybe get away from Makarov as there's a bit of a gap to Pleasant of around 4 seconds. In fourth, he goes into hairpin. Makarov's down again. What are you doing, Shane? Into that right-hander. Now there's a 1.6 second gap behind, or was that Oldenburg he messed up? We'll find out. As he's got a 2 second gap behind. Can Highside break these chases from behind? He goes this jump section at the beginning of the lap. That's not very convincing though. But it seems like he has held on from an attack at least. As Austin Fortner still in fifth, being the star of the race so far. As you know, Highside has got the pace, winning that main event, but Fortner out showing pace we don't expect. But now Justin Hill has got ahead of his teammate in Excite for the battle for fifth. Well, Highside, what a bounce back this is from Anaheim. Just what the doctor ordered, as he's 1.9 ahead of the KTM. Gets it up to fifth for the right-hander, slides slightly wide on the exit. Gets it down to second, sits into that rut in the middle of that long left-hander. He seems to help, and now he's got a 3.7 second lead. There's Shane. He's now setting 105's consistency. He's got a 4.9 second lead. Ahead of the KTM, as you can see, he managed to use throttle beautifully over these jumps, making them doubles and just about making that last jump a triple. Gonna make this a triple, just about. Goes a bit wide in the right-hander. As it seems to be settling now down behind us. Plessinger up to third, Evan Oldenburg. Could have a double Yamaha podium, that would be pretty nice. And you've got the Kawasaki of Justin Hill rounding out the top five, but what a race for Highside. Made sure he wasn't too shuffled out at the start, just like in the heat race. And has battled his way through the field and is now building the lead to over 5 seconds out of the KTM behind. Making sure he's taking that right-handed gently enough as though he's a bit out the groove. Into the tight left-hander. So makes up for it on the exit, has a good exit. Got half a second on Makarov in that previous section. Almost set to fastest lap as well. Consistent in the mid to low 105s. And he's 7.4 seconds in the lead now. There is everyone else this race. Because he's got just 3 laps to go, I believe. He goes over these massive jumps. I do love this section where you don't lift at all, you're just going flat out into these triples and sliding it down into the hairpin so that around a dip too much there at the end. His Highside gets up to fifth though, almost losing out the last of those whoop section. 8.4 ahead of Makarov. Now Oldenburg's dropping down. Oh, and Highside's down into the right-hander. Well, he's got a big enough lead, he shouldn't worry about that. He's coming up to that traffic as well in front. Got a 5.7 second lead now. So he's lost a few seconds, but picked up his bike quickly enough. Should be able to get back into him. He sets a low 107. An 8.2 second lead ahead of Plessinger. Could be a Yamaha 1-2. What about that as we're on the penultimate lap of the race? He goes into the hairpin. Goes fantastic launch off it into this jump. Oh, almost makes that a triple. Gets it back down to third though, keeps the momentum up. Look at that, massive. That's probably the best he's cleared that jump all race long. This is good for the championship as well, having Shane in third. Means Hillman can catch a bit more points than the top two. The top three, should I say. Spencer 8.5 behind. Was there's that traffic in front? Oh, there was. Just takes himself out for high side. That's pretty nice of them. As this will just be the penultimate lap of the race. So now we go on to the final lap. As he leads by over 10 seconds, sets his fast lap as well, 104.8. What about that for pace? 105 is pretty good, but 104, unbeatable. He's definitely said bye-bye to the opposition. Butt patch in name, butt patch in nature. That's all he paced that jump. That's pretty horrible. And to be pretty horrible into this jump. Oh, he cased that badly as well. Can he make it third time? Lucky, no, he goes into a block. Makes this into a double. They won't mind that. Look at Justin Hill at that stage of this race on his Kawasaki, up to third. Actually, he's the reigning champ, isn't he, in the West? Or was it McEnroe? I can't remember now. Last season. He's got an 8.2 second lead over Pleasant, who's gaining because he has to. He's got Hill over his arse for second. Siamo 1-2 under threat here. Shane down to fourth. The KTMs are really dropping off. Mitchell Holmberg in fifth. He could gain it on his teammate on this final lap. We will see. As Hillman wins on this final lap. What a victory. Spencer does hold on for second, ahead of Hill by half a second. And Oldenburg in fourth did get ahead of McGrath in the end by just a tenth at the line. KTM won't be happy about that. With Faulkner in sixth, Davos in seventh. The top Honda of Chase rounds out a few Hondas around at the top 10 ahead of Carl Chisholm and Jimmy DeCotis. Then got Nicoletti in 11th on his Suzuki, Johnny in 12th. Then Bob Jensen at the back.
Fantastic effort by these riders. They put on a great show the way they battled here tonight.
So in the championship, Hillman back into the top five. A single point ahead of Justin Hill, but 16 behind McElrath. And look at that, just 19 behind Pleasanter and Davalos, who lead at the top. Hillman is approaching the midway part of this season with his first victory as well in the West. Hopefully this is a springboard for the rest of the season for the 5 remaining rounds for him, with Mick Oldenburg just outside the top 6 or top 5 in 6th, and then we've got Jeremy Martin in 7th, top Honda, in Austin Faulkner in 8th, Chase in 9th, and Dan Reardon round at the top 10 on his Yamaha. As we look further down, got Richard Jones, the last of the point scorers, in 29th on his Suzuki. As we have not new butt patches, hold the presses. As we have not fighter and not today. Well, it definitely was today for the Hammer, for High Side, for Bye Bye. He's probably got other nicknames as well. As what a victory for Hillman. As we look through the message, Kev Hillman mentions position required by GoPro in this exciting championship race. There's Ralph Shaheen. Definitely was very exciting. Wow, was an exciting race today. I saw despite everything you managed to win, says Clay. Definitely did show what you're capable of, says Janeway. Definitely did do that as you're scrolling through the options. And we are off, says James. Very happy fan. Definitely did watch this race then, even though he says the same message. Maybe he's just a bot actually, James. I think James Burrows. Didn't he say that for the last event? Yeah, there we go. We're off. Well done, High Side. Definitely is a bot then. Jimmy789. Watch out for him on Twitter. As brilliant result for Hillman K. He carried on round the stadium with Oakland in, you never guess, Oakland. It looks like a very tricky, tight, twisty course though in the background. Total opposite of Arizona. We'll find out how he does next time at the halfway mark of the season. So, for watching, I'll see you then.